Hi everyone, I think I've gone live now. This is my first live video, so you'll have to bear with me. We've just been outside clapping for the NHS and all the other carers and key workers, and it was quite emotional. So sorry we're just a few minutes late coming on live today, but we just wanted to get that done and get those claps done for all those amazing people who are out there helping us. So obviously, because of the COVID-19 situation, we aren't able to go along to any of our antenatal classes or any of our groups that we visit with the Nappy Project. And we are trying to make up for that to you a little bit by doing these live videos. I'm just going to do a little brief introduction to cloth nappies, which is what I would talk to the mums in the antenatal mums and some dads as well in the antenatal class about, and show you some nappies and talk a little bit about the Real Nappy Project and how we can help you to get started with cloth nappies if that's something that you're interested in, which I hope you are because you're watching the video. So just to start off with, if I show you some of our modern cloth nappies and you can have a look at them and see what you think. Most people, when they're thinking about cloth nappies, they're thinking of terry squares, and you're thinking of the things that you see in Call the Midwife with all the pins and all the folding, and it doesn't have to be as complicated as that at all. The modern cloth nappies that we see, hi Alexa, somebody's watching me, I'm so pleased. Modern cloth nappies that we have these days are so much easier to use than the old ones that our great grandmothers would have used. And I've got a nice little pile here today that I can show you, and we can talk you through some of the different types. So let's start off with one of my absolute favourites, which is a pocket nappy. Now this one of the reasons I really like these cloth nappies is because they're so cute and pretty, and I'm a bit of a textiles nut, and these little foxes on this one are really lovely. But the nappy itself is what is called a birth to potty nappy, and you can probably see, I've got to get the right to the camera, we've got poppers on the front here. Those are for adjusting the size of the nappy so that it will fit your baby. Now, all babies are, which way we go? All babies are different sizes when they're born. And so although it's called birth to potty, these nappies will generally fit babies when they're poppered to their smallest size. They will generally fit babies kind of from around 10 pounds, which is about 4.5 kilos. So not necessarily straight from birth, but all the way through to potty training size usually. So your toddlers will also wear the same kind of nappies that you have got for your newborns. So I'm going to just try and adjust the camera. Hopefully it won't fall off. And we'll see if I can just show you how these nappies work. So bear with me just for a second. And I'm going to pop it down there like that so you get a better view of the nappy. There we go, if I move the keyboard out of the way. Right, so this is a pocket nappy. It's got Velcro on the front to fasten it. Velcro likes to stick to everything else. So here we've got these little tabs here that you can fold in. And if you do that, your nappies won't all stick together in the laundry. So you won't get nappy bunting when you take them out of the washing machine. So Velcro across the top here, and these are the poppers for adjusting the size. So you can quite simply pop them down to a smaller size to fit smaller babies. We'll do another video another day about getting a good fit on babies of different sizes, but what you're looking for is a snug fit around the legs here. So what you can do is tuck it in around there and make them smaller by squishing them up. That's absolutely fine for your baby. So Velcro on here, and it's called a pocket nappy because surprisingly it has a pocket. So into the pocket you can put your inserts and your boosters, and that is the bit that is the absorbent part of the nappy. So in here I've got a microfiber nappy. Microfiber is man-made material. It is very quick to absorb and really quick to dry as well. So when it comes out the washing machine, this is almost already dry or straight away. I've also got in this one a bamboo liner as well, bamboo booster as well. So the booster adds extra absorbency. The microfiber takes the wet away from the baby really, really quickly, and the bamboo booster at the back takes up the slack and has great capacity. So bamboo, really, really absorbent, does take a little bit longer to dry. So I quite like pairing these together. They make a great team inside the pocket, and you literally just tuck it in like this. No folding, no origami, nothing fancy at all. And on top of here, you can see this has got a fleecy top layer. Now the fleece top layer stays dry against baby's skin, so the moisture goes through, soaks into the inserts, the boosters inside, and this bit stays dry against baby's skin. Babies who use cloth nappies tend to get less nappy rash than babies in disposables, and that is really because of the lack of chemicals in these. So if you're washing these in the normal washing powder that you're also washing the rest of baby's clothes with, you're going to find that probably you won't get any problems with rashes, which is great. So this is the pocket nappy, and I'll put it to one side and I'll show you some of its other options, some of the other options. So the next one I'm going to show you, equally cute, this one's got unicorns on it, is an all-in-one nappy. So this particular one, I didn't actually tell you the brand of the other one. The first one was Littles and Blooms. These are great because they are a really cost-effective nappy. This whole kind of setup for this, the Foxy pocket nappy that I had, the whole thing cost me less than £5 just for that nappy, which is a pretty good price. And they do vary in price from about £5 up to about £25. So you can spend what you like on nappies, but there's something to suit everybody's budget. This one, I think this one is Little Love Bums, and I think they are probably around the mid price, is probably about £14 for these ones. It's the style that I'm showing rather than the particular brand. We don't actually sell nappies at the Gloucestershire Real Nappy Project, so we're totally unbiased, and I just want to show you the different options that are out there, really. So again, this one is a birth to potty nappy, so it's got poppers on the front here, and it goes quite large, this one, and poppers on the waistband as well. Where the other one had Velcro, this one's got poppers. It's an all-in-one. So you've got a waterproof outer on here, and the inside, which I think this is great because whoever designed this one's got a great sense of humour. They've made it brown. It's all in one piece. So the whole thing, when you change, I'll just put it so you can see it. When you change the baby's nappy, the whole thing goes into the wash. So you just take the whole thing off like you would with a disposable, stick the whole thing in the wash. Same with the pocket nappy. But with the pocket nappy, the inserts and the boosters can come out. With the all-in-one, the whole thing stays together. This particular one, again, is a microfiber inside. Really quick at absorbing and pretty quick to dry as well. So you wash it, take it out the washing machine, and after a spin cycle, you can hang that up and it will dry pretty quickly, especially on these really nice sunny and windy days that we have been having recently. So they're pretty good. So that's an all-in-one piece. I'm going to show you a two-part nappy. Now these two-part nappies are brilliant, I think, for nighttime. The pocket nappies and the all-in-one nappies can have extra boosters added to them to make them more absorbent, make them last a little bit longer. But for nighttime, what you really want is something that can be boosted to the maximum, still be comfy on the baby, and hold a great capacity. Now this one, which is the Top Spots, that's just the brand. Again, it's birth to potty, so you've got poppers on here. These will go, I think these will fit way beyond 3 years. It's not, 3 years kind of is average potty training time, but it's not unusual for children to be in nappies at night time till they're 5 or 6, some even 7. And actually this, if your 7-year-old is wearing this in a similar way to how they might wear pull-up pants at night time, I think that the size that it can go up to is pretty big. So, you know, I have an 8-year-old and I know that that would probably fit her. And conversely, you can fold them down really small so that they will really fit on quite tiny newborns. So you're looking at a 9 or 10 pound baby and they'll fit quite comfortably into this nappy, and you can get a good fit around the legs. These elasticated backs and the elastics on the legs are fantastic for getting a good fit, and it just really helps to stop the explosions that you get with disposables, where unfortunately it can go up their back and in their hair and all over your front as well. So with the elastic you get a good fit, and you can tailor make it to fit your baby. So this is a 2-part nappy. The outside is the waterproof part, and it's got the poppers on for size. It's got Velcro here for fastening around the waist, just like a disposable. And the inside part is the absorbent part. And this one is made from bamboo. Again, it's got poppers and Velcro to change the size, so it will fit babies all the way through from tiny to quite big. And this nappy will hold around 750 mils of liquid, which is equivalent to a wine bottle, which is quite a lot of wee for one baby to produce overnight. And actually, I really like these for nighttime, because although I cannot guarantee that they will give you a good night's sleep, they're actually pretty good in terms of volume and absorbency for a whole night for a baby. You can also add boosters to this as well, so you can either get boosters that pop her in, or you can get boosters that lay in here, and then you can use this bamboo lovely nappy. It's got the Velcro, it goes on again same way as a disposable would go on. You just make sure it's nicely tucked in, do it up and put the waterproof on the outside, and then you're good to go, hopefully for a good night's sleep. But I'm afraid I cannot guarantee that. I wish I could. I really wish I could. So those are the 3 most common types of nappies. And earlier on, I did say that I wasn't really going to talk about the old-fashioned type, that the call the midwife type, the big square ones. But I'm quite often asked about what is a good option for babies when they're tiny and they're new, and you've got to bridge the gap between a 6 or 7 pound newborn and a 9 or 10 pound baby that will fit into the birth to potty nappies. That can happen quite quickly. Babies grow super fast, and although you can actually buy these tiny little newborn nappies, this is possibly the cutest thing ever. This one's a popper one. You can buy these tiny newborn nappies, super soft. This is an all-in-one made from bamboo velour. It really is soft, but the baby will grow out of those quite quickly. So actually, to think about something that might be a bit more versatile and might last a little bit longer, something that's great to fall back on is a muslin. Now, these are my real favorite baby accessory. My children are now 8 and 11, and I cannot imagine a time in my life when I will not need muslins in my house. They are so good that we use them for all kinds of things now. Not for nappies, but we can use them for cleaning in the house. We can use them for cleaning the children. They make amazing giant handkerchiefs, and we use them for headscarves and all kinds of stuff. So these are brilliant. And if you invest in a few of these for your newborn, you'll find that going forward, even when you're not using them as nappies, you can use them for other things for your baby and around the house as well. So you've got this big square. This is the nappy itself, and it can be really quite intimidating to think, well, what do I do with it? It's really big. It's 60 centimeters, this one. I don't know if I can even fit it in on camera to show you. And you'd think, gosh, that's quite big, and what do I do with it? It's like origami. But actually, you can fold it in a really simple way and just make a pad like this that you can then put into a waterproof cover. The waterproof covers that we have these days have got these great elastics that I was talking about earlier, and they will hold the nappy onto the baby. If you want to have a look on YouTube, you will find hundreds of different ways that you can fold these nappies to fit on babies. And sometimes they use these little accessories. This is what's called a nappy nipper or a snappy or a gripper. And it's the modern version of a nappy pin. So you can use these instead of a nappy pin to attach the nappy to the baby, and you're not going to snap them, which is brilliant, and they're quite stretchy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to show you a way to fit the nappy on this bunny rabbit. She's not as wriggly as a newborn baby, so hopefully we will be onto a winner. So I'm going to fold this nappy. My mum taught me how to fold these, and she's very proud of it. But I have to admit that I never actually used them on my own babies that way. So it was folded into a square, like 4 square, and then you take the corner across and you've got a triangle. You turn it over like this, and then you roll in the center like this, and you've got a pretty good nappy shape. You've got extra boosting in the middle, and you've got 2 bits at the side. So let's take this bunny rabbit, lay her on. I had to choose a cuddly toy that didn't have a tail. And then you just bring it up through the legs, round the tummy on both sides. And then you can use the nappy nipper. This is where it all goes astray. You can use the nappy nipper just to grip both sides, grip in the middle, neaten it up a bit, and there you've got your nappy on your baby. Now obviously this isn't waterproof, so you'll want a waterproof cover on the outside. So here is one that is a smaller size. This is a Bambino Mio. It's got really cute sloths on it. Bambino Mio nappy cover. They come in kind of small, medium and large. So if you have a look online, you can find lots of different companies that make newborn size nappy covers, and you can put this on. Now, one thing I am going to show you is a bamboo booster, because just for a bit of extra absorbency, I'm going to put a booster in the cover, and it will just make my nappy last a little bit longer on the baby. So we put it on, do the Velcro. If the baby's wriggling, it's absolutely fine to just put it on as best you can and then go around and tuck it all in. So all the bits that are around the legs need to be neatly tucked in, around the side. And there you've got your newborn baby in her lovely cloth nappy. Lots and lots of mums have been inquiring about these recently, because due to the supermarkets having low stocks of nappies, mums are getting a bit worried about what they can use on their newborns. And these are a brilliant option. They're not expensive, and as I said, they're really versatile going forward. So that's a flat nappy on a rabbit. Okay, the next thing I'm going to show you here are some wipes. These are cloth wipes, and I know that in one of her videos last week, Lucy mentioned them. They're like little flannels, and they're fantastic because you can use one of these where you would probably use 10 disposable wipes, and then you just pop them in the wash with the nappies that you're doing anyway. Brings me nicely on to talking about laundry, which is most people's biggest question when we're talking about washable nappies, and the biggest fear is, what are we going to do with all that extra laundry? There doesn't have to be any extra laundry, or minimal extra laundry, because you can wash your cloth nappies with your other laundry. They'll wash with your normal washing powder on a 40 to 60 degree laundry cycle. The one thing we say is don't put fabric softener in, because fabric softener tends to compromise the absorbency of the nappies, and obviously that's quite a key thing. So you put your nappies in the washing machine, 40 to 60 degrees, wash them with your normal laundry. You can do a rinse and spin first, just to take out most of the ammonia. Do a rinse and spin, add any extra laundry you've got waiting to go in at the end of the day on top, and then just run them through on a normal laundry cycle. And when you're waiting, I'm going to move my camera again actually. Hi. So when you're waiting to wash them, in the old days they used to put all the nappies into a bucket full of water, and it made a really quite stinky poo soup, and we don't do that these days. So you can use a bucket. You don't need to put anything else in the bucket with the nappies. So they just go in. They call it a dry pail. You can use a bucket with a lid. Some people choose to use a laundry basket to get airflow. Helps the nappies to dry out, and they're not very stinky at all, in fact. And some people say that the airflow is better than ones with a lid. Personal preference entirely. And another option is you can use a wet bag. So this is a waterproof bag. If you've got a couple of these, you can have one hanging on the back of the bathroom door. Just pop the nappies in. We say don't leave them for more than a day and a half to do the washing. So every other day, you pop the wet bag and the nappies in the washing machine and swap for a different one, and you should be able to keep going. So really, if you're doing it full time, you're looking at one extra wash load every other day, which in the grand scheme of things is not that bad. The second question that people ask, and their biggest concern, is what do we do about the poo? They don't want poo in their washing machine, quite understandably. So if you have experience of a newborn baby, their poo is liquid. It is like a yogurt consistency and kind of the colour of chicken korma sauce kind of thing, and it's water soluble, so it washes out, which is brilliant because babies are really good at pooing on things that they shouldn't. They'll not only will they poo on nappies, they usually manage to poo on bedding and all towels and all kinds of things, and it washes out. So you can put it in the washing machine, use your washing powder, it will wash out. You may end up with stains, but the best thing to remove stains is sunlight. Even on an overcast day, if you can hang your nappies outside on the washing line, any stains will go, because the UV rays in the daylight will break down the yellow stain, and that's brilliant. You've got nice, clean, shiny nappies that your granny will be very proud of. So if you've got newborn poo, which is liquid, it goes in the washing machine, it washes out, no problem at all. Once you start solid food, the poo starts to change. My husband once called it human poo. Not that babies are not human, but you kind of get where he's going with that. So there's a couple of options. Liners come into their own when you start solid food with your baby. Now this is a role here of disposable liners. Some of them say that they can be flushed, but we would always advise against flushing anything. Sorry, where's the camera? We would always advise against flushing anything. So those can go, you can drop the poo off these into the loo and then put the liner into the normal household waste, as you would with your disposable nappies. But obviously, as you can imagine, there's about 500 liners on there. Takes up a lot less space than 500 disposable nappies. Another alternative, in case you don't want to use the disposables, is a fleece. So this is a little fleece liner. It's polar fleece, the same as your fleece blanket or fleece jumper might be made from. You can actually make these yourself by cutting up a fleece blanket into the size. They don't have to be expensive. And then you just pop that in the nappy. Again, the solid poo will just knock off that into the toilet, and you can wash that with the nappy. And you also have the benefit with these that you have the same stay dry layer that the pocket nappies you might remember at the beginning. They had a built-in fleece liner which keeps dry against their skin. So fleece liners are brilliant for keeping babies' bottoms dry, which is really nice. So the big question is, how much does it cost to do washable nappies? There's two main reasons that people, well actually three now, but two main reasons that people will choose to move to washable nappies. The first is to save the planet, because any disposable nappies that go into the rubbish, if they go in landfill, they'll last 500 years upwards. Otherwise, they're going into incinerators, and obviously we'd like to reduce that waste if we can, which is not brilliant. So we will, you can try and reduce your nappy waste by using washables. And the other reason is money. So over 3 years, your baby will use something around 5,000 nappies. If you piled them all up together, they would weigh about the same as a small family car. And if you add up the cost of them, you're looking at around £1,500, £1,000 to £1,500 if you buy the more expensive brands. Pampers, I know that some are available cheaper, but on average, you're looking at around £1,000 to £1,500. And you could probably buy a small family car for that. Contrast that with the washable nappies, and you can get everything you need to go through from birth all the way through to potty training for probably less than £100. Some of the big manufacturers will sell you a kit, £200 or £300, maybe more, and they'll say, we'll sell you everything that you need for your whole nappy life with your baby. And yes, you will still save money. And you will save more money when you use them on your next child as well, and you can sell them on afterwards. So even if you're spending that kind of money, you're going to save, but we are confident that you can get everything you need. Actually, that's something for another video, for under £100. So the financial savings are quite considerable if you look at it that way. And in terms of the nappies themselves, the amount they cost can be between £5 and £25. So there's nappies out there to suit your budget. You can buy pre-loved if you're happy to do that. There's a great resale value market for nappies through Facebook and local mums and babies groups and pages and NCT sales and so forth. So you can get your money back, and you can also buy them and save yourself a bit of cash that way. I cannot promise that you will save money if you fall in love with all the cute patterns and designs, because if you're the kind of person that kind of collects shoes and handbags, you may end up a bit addicted to the pretty patterns. Most of the the companies will bring out new patterns every 6 months or so. And another top tip for saving money if you want a particular design or pattern is to wait until it's last season, and you can usually get them for a bit cheaper. So that's great. And Gloucestershire Real Nappy Project, which is the reason I'm here, exists to give parents in Gloucestershire £30 towards getting started with washable nappies, and you can claim online. We don't sell the nappies, as I said before. You can buy any nappies you like, and if you spend £50, send us your receipts and we will refund £30 to your bank. If you look online and you think there are too many to choose from, there's no way I can decide 50,000 different types of nappies, it's too much. We actually have 3 partner companies who have produced special offer packs for us where you can claim a £90 worth of really quite top-notch nappies for just £20. So they'll give you a discount, and you can get a starter pack for just the £20 that's worth a lot more. It's a pretty good way to get these nappies discounted, and I don't think that the packs are available at that price anywhere else. So they're a pretty good option, especially if you're not sure. It narrows it down to 3 to choose from. Normally, if I was at an antenatal class, I would have these 3 packs ready for you to have a look at. And obviously, because I'm not with you, it's a bit more tricky. Now, my lovely colleague Lucy has made 3 videos where she's gone through each of the 3 packs. They are on our Facebook page and you can have a look. There are also photos on our website, which is www.recycleforgloucestershire.com /real nappies, and you will find us there. You can also find there the application form. So just fill it in. If you want to claim against receipts, you'll be asked to upload the receipts. If you want a voucher pack, it will show you how to claim. You will need evidence for your baby for your claim. So if your baby is already here, you can use birth certificate. If they haven't yet arrived, you can either use your MAP B1 if you still have it. If you've given it to your employer and you don't have it, you can use your maternity exemption form, or the little card that you have for the NHS prescriptions. Just upload it where it asks you to provide your evidence, and we can process your claim. So it's 1 claim per family unless you're having twins, because we're very conscious that parents of twins have to buy everything all at the same time. So you can have 2 vouchers if you are having twins, which is brilliant, I think. So if you have any questions, pop them below. No problem at all. We'll come back and answer them. You're welcome to give us a call or send us an email, and all our details are here on the Facebook page, and you can get in touch with us if you've got any questions, and we will do our very best to help.